How to go from this to this. 30 steps, one video. Let's go. Welcome to My First Fish Tank, the only website and YouTube channel 100% dedicated to you, the beginner. Building your first saltwater aquarium is easy at My First Fish Tank, and here's how it works. Watch this video from start to finish. If you aren't already there, go to myfirstfishtank.com and click on Build. Browse through the 4 different budget options and choose which one fits you best, then buy your gear. Once your items arrive, follow along step by step and you'll have your first tropical fish tank up and running in no time. If you like our content, do us a favor and subscribe down below. We also post daily to Instagram, so follow us at My First Fish Tank. If you'd like a copy of the 30 step-by-step instructions, all 4 build lists, transcripts, study guides, and more, just put your name and email address into one of the many sign-up forms at myfirstfishtank.com. You'll get the password to the members only tab with links to everything. All right, enough of the sales pitch. Without further ado, let's get started. Step 1, choose your budget. There are 4 different budget options to choose from. If you are set on a larger tank but don't have the money today, then just do what most of us in the hobby do. Buy one piece of equipment with each paycheck. Regardless of which price point you choose, the end result is going to be beautiful. Step 2, purchase items. Each budget option contains 3 sections: essential, optional, and upgradable. To complete the 30 steps, you will at least need the essential items. But if you want to spruce things up a bit, you can swap out an upgradable item for an essential item. For example, each budget has an optional, slightly larger tank that you could swap out for the essential item. The optional items are just that, things you may want to purchase as your budget allows. Just don't mix and match from various budget options, as each option was specifically chosen to make sure all the pieces of equipment work well together. We use a few different online retailers in order to get our preferred products at competitive prices. So just open up a few tabs in your browser, add everything to the carts, and you'll have a few exciting shipments heading your way. If you live outside of the USA and Canada, send us an email with a link to your favorite online retailers, and we'll be happy to help you custom build your first saltwater aquarium within your budget. Step 3, choose location. You've ordered your essential items, so let's figure out where your tank is going to reside. Choosing your location is not rocket science, but there are a few do's and don'ts you'll want to keep in mind. Do choose a location with electrical outlets nearby, and make sure the circuit can handle the load. You could do an easy test by plugging in some high amperage items such as a vacuum, a space heater, or hair dryer, and turning them on at the same time. As long as your circuit doesn't break, you should be alright. Don't put the tank in direct sunlight. A little bit will be okay, but too much direct sunlight can cause unwanted algae growth and temperature swings. Do choose a location that has easy access for maintenance. You are going to be spending a lot of time keeping things pretty, so the closer to a utility closet or garage, the better. Don't put the tank over a vent or next to a floorboard heater or wood-burning stove. Daily temperature swings of even a few degrees can cause stress for your livestock. Do make certain your table, stand, counter, or floor can withstand the weight of your aquarium. 1 gallon of water weighs 8.3 pounds. So a 20-gallon tank is going to weigh over 160 pounds in water alone. And for everybody in the world who is not from the United States, 1 liter of water weighs 1 kilogram. Don't put the tank in your bedroom unless a constant low-level gurgling and buzzing noise is your thing. I have several tanks in my bedroom, so we have to sleep with a fan on to drown out the noise. Step 4, Unpack Aquarium. When your aquarium arrives, give it a quick visual inspection to make sure there are no obvious cracks or defects. It is glass, so sometimes it can be damaged during shipping. Glass aquariums are heavy, so it's always a good idea to have a helper so this doesn't happen. Step 5, assemble stand. Most budget options at My First Fish Tank don't have a stand, so you can just skip this step. If you did purchase a stand, just follow the included instructions to get it assembled. If you plan on using your own stand, make sure it is strong enough to support the weight of the tank. Step 6. Cut foam mat. All of the budget options at My First Fish Tank either come with pre-cut mats or they don't require them. But if you are building your own system, be sure to carefully cut the neoprene foam or yoga mat to fit perfectly underneath your tank. Small irregularities in the top of your stand could lead to stress fractures and ultimately tank failure over time. So do yourself a favor and your home a favor and use foam. Step 7. Place aquarium on stand. Wipe off the top of the stand, table, counter, and the bottom of the tank. With your helper, team lift the tank into place, being sure it is perfectly centered on the foam pad. Leave about a fist-sized space between the tank and the wall to allow access for cleaning and equipment. Do a preliminary leveling using shims if necessary before moving on to the next step. If you purchase a larger system with a sump, you will also need to follow the instructions provided and install the prefabricated plumbing. This will allow you to move on to the next step and leak test both the tank and the sump. Step 8. Fill with tap water and leak test. Tanks can be damaged during shipping, and a small leak can lead to a big headache. Fill your tank with tap water. You can just use a bucket, a pitcher, or a hose. It doesn't matter at this point because you're just going to drain it again in a couple hours. Once full, give the outside of the tank a quick wipe to make sure it's completely dry. Now closely inspect your tank, especially around the seams, to ensure there are no leaks. Step 9. Level your tank. With the tank full of water, we're now going to level the aquarium. A couple quick notes here. If you purchased a 20-gallon system or less, you will most likely skip this step. Never place composite shims directly under the tank itself. Only use shims to level the aquarium stand. Laying the level on top of the tank, check all angles to get a sense of where to place the composite shims. Place the shim underneath the stand with the ribbed side facing down. Use a hammer to gently tap it into place. You will likely need to use several shims at different locations on the stand. Once the tank is level, break the shim by pulling up. Step 10. Drain the tank. There are 2 ways to start a siphon. Option 1, the mouth method. Make sure your gravel vacuum is clean. Stick the large end of the vacuum under the water line. Bring the small end of the tube to your mouth, being sure it is above the water line. Suck in water until it nearly reaches your mouth and place your thumb over the small end. Then, lower the small end of the tube into the bucket, release your thumb, and your siphon is started. Option 2, the mouth-free method. Hold your thumb over the small end of the tube. Fill the large end of the vacuum with water. Place the small end over the bucket, release your thumb, and once water starts flowing into the bucket, quickly place your thumb back over the tube. Then, stick the large end of the vacuum into the tank, being sure to keep it facing up. Fill the vacuum with water, then keeping it below the water line, flip the vacuum downward. Remove your thumb, and your siphon is started. You've just watched part 1 of 3, which was steps 1 through 10. For steps 11 through 20, the link to the video should be right here. To go to my website, My First Fish Tank, and start building your first aquarium, the link is here. And to subscribe to my YouTube channel, just click right here. You can also scroll down. The links to everything are in the description below.